Charlamagne the God upset Obama hasn't endorsed Kamala. I find it funny. Um, we know a liberal leftist Charlamagne the God is going to cape for the Democrat Party any way he can. Um, I think Obama is hesitant because he knows that Camilla is a dumpster fire. She's terrible, has a bad history. She can't even articulate her thoughts. It's very bad. She's terrible. But um, leftists like Boulay, leftists like Charlamagne the God, and black women are blaming black men for Kamala Harris already, and she hasn't even been, she's not even haven't even been put in place yet officially. So and they already talk blaming black men for this, and again the bourgeoisie, the boule black wokey woke blacks like Charlamagne the God are upset that Obama is not endorsing her. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. I just put a new video up on there yesterday. Also, check out my X account. I put a bunch of news and information out there. If y'all want to know some of my thoughts, check me out there. I'm very, very active on X now. It's my new favorite platform, believe it or not. I love Elon Musk, what he did for, over there on X. But we're gonna talk about the Charlamagne the God thing. So let's get in this news. All right, this comes from the Daily Wire. Katie Jerkovich. Now, you know, y'all know how I feel about Ben Shapiro, but Daily Wire still put out some good information there. All right, she reports that Charlamagne the God said he's not happy with former President Barack Obama after Obama didn't endorse Vice President Kamala Harris in his statement after President Joe Biden announced he was stepping out of the race. I think it's going to be a bunch of pressure on Barack Obama to endorse her. I think eventually he will. But during the radio host show on Monday on The Breakfast Club, he and political commentator Angela Ray agreed that Obama's on the, quote, wrong side of history after he declined on Sunday to come out and endorse Harris for the Democratic presidential nominee. Again, here we go, identity politics. Instead of putting the best person in place, someone that they believe could truly beat Trump, is not incompetent, who doesn't have a terrible record, they instead want to check off these boxes. They call her black, even though when she ran for senator, she ran as the first Indian. Now she's running as the first black. So you figure this out. It's so confusing. The Democrat Party is so confusing. But quote, I don't want to hear nothing from former President Barack Obama and then about a process or an open primary, because y'all didn't care about primaries a year ago when people were calling for them against Biden. He do got a good point there. They were asking for a primary, and the Democrat Party didn't listen. But that's because I'm starting to form the belief that they knew back then, of course they knew back then, that Biden was deteriorating and he possibly wasn't going to make it. But they knew they wouldn't be able, they want Harris in power because they control Harris just like they control him. But they knew people would not vote for her, even in the primary. So they made sure Biden made it this far to bring Harris along and endorse her, is what some people believe. And I'm starting to believe a little bit of that myself. I'm still not all the way there yet, but I'm getting there. I'm starting to believe that was the whole deal from the beginning. But let's play this clip here.
So here we go. So I think initially I'm still not that happy with Barack Obama, because when he needed Kamala to campaign for him, she was right there. And I feel like he was trying to be in this role of like, let's let this process play out. And it's like, no, bro.
I got to stop this for a second. Let's make this clear. Barack Obama was one of the most popular presidents of our time. He did not need Kamala Harris to campaign for him. Even if she did, I don't remember her actually campaigning for him. But let's take her word for it. Let's say she did. Barack Obama was already popular. He did not need her to campaign for her. So what is she talking about? See, this is what happened when people don't know what the hell they talking about. We'll rewind it a little bit. Here we go.
Play out. And it's like, no, bro, she's on the ticket. If she's on the ticket, all of his pledged delegates now go to Kamala Harris. That's the same thing that happened in the contested convention in 1968 with Lyndon B. Johnson dropping out after RFK challenged him. And so the thing that happens is all of LBJ's delegated delegates go to or went to Hubert Humphreys, right? Still a contested convention, all of that. RFK, when he was assassinated, his delegates were split between the other two candidates. These things happen. And at the end of the day, Kamala said, she's still playing ball. She said, I intend to secure and win the nomination. That's what has to happen at the convention. I think the other folks in Democratic leadership, which, by the way, Nancy Pelosi is not anymore, but she likes to play that role, is demonstrating that they want to see the process play out. And that's how they think that leadership looks. I was told by someone pretty senior in leadership that they expect for Kamala Harris to secure all of the support within the next 48 to 72 hours. And I think you'll see those folks fall in line slightly beyond that.
I agree. I don't want to hear nothing from, former President Obama, them about, a process or an open primary because y'all didn't care about primaries a year ago when people were calling for them against Biden. So don't start caring about primaries now.
Well, yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I actually, like I said,
It is true. They should have had the thing is they should have had open primaries earlier. Now look what they got going on. I think this is their way of the elites to install Harris because they know people would not vote for her.
I was really frustrated with President Obama. We've talked about this before, but when I was the executive director of the Congressional Black Caucus, anytime we were on the other side of President Obama, it was a real frustrating moment. Because
what side? The white side?
You stop it.
What? I'm sorry?
What side? What side of Obama? The white side?
That's pretty funny.
Bernard, I can't even concentrate with you on this nonsense. Let me tell you, what I'm telling you is we had a lot of issues with the Biden, the Obama administration.
I wonder if they're going to say that about Kamala. What side? The Indian side? Because again, when she was running for Senate, it was the first Indian. Now all of a sudden it's the first black.
And it was really frustrating when folks didn't see that we were trying to represent the best interests of Black folks. And when we clashed with that administration, folks dragged us. We used to get hate mail, death threats, for being on the other side of President Obama. But sometimes he's on the wrong side of history. And I think yesterday was one of them.
I agree.
That's terrible. I think they should have primary, like they should try to let people vote instead of trying to destroy democracy like they try to claim Republicans are doing. But last year, the radio host made headlines after he begged Biden not to run for a second term, saying that it could be the, quote, ultimate Christmas gift to America. In December, on The Daily Show, Charlamagne guest hosted and urged the president to step away from the 2024 race. So he said the party can beat former President Donald Trump. Quote, this is Biden's ego talking, okay? The radio host told the audience, if you think there are other people who can beat him, step aside. I know you think you've got this in the bag, but the polls say otherwise. I want Biden stepping in. I want Biden stepping in to beat Trump the way I want him to defend me at a bar fight. He added, I appreciate you caring, but I don't like our chances. He should be saying the same thing with Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris is polling just as bad as Biden, but he's not. He don't have that same energy. He don't have that same energy for her because he knows that if he say anything bad about Kamala Harris, he's gonna get attacked from the black liberal women that watch the Breakfast Club and that follow him and stuff like that. So he's afraid to upset them. So he's gonna continue to cape. Even though she's a terrible candidate, he's going to continue to cape for Kamala Harris. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.